What's up, guys? Back here with a video. Hope you guys are having a great day. This is going to be a video explaining the differences in between third person and first person and my transition to playing first person, because originally I was playing only third person, and I'm going to go through different tactics and different things that I actually had to change up when switching to first person. And then at the end I'll explain why I actually prefer first person now. Well, first things first, third person and first person, right? What are the biggest differences? The biggest difference is third person, you can basically hide behind cover and see everything. It's more like a chess game. Like, your positioning is very, very, very important compared to your skill, right? Now, of course, positioning in first person is also very important, but it's different. You can push up harder. You can, take bigger risks and gain bigger rewards than in third person. Third person, it's almost forcing you to camp, and it punishes players that want to push up and be more aggressive. That is third person. First person, on the other hand, you can push up, you can be more aggressive, you can take risks and different things like that, because if you can see the enemy can see you, right? So it's fair. It's an even trade. Now in third person, sometimes the enemy can see you, you can't see him, or you can see the enemy and he can't see you, and that's why it just totally depends on your positioning and your strategy per se. And third person strategy is very different in first person and third person. Especially the sound is very, very important in first person, way more important in first person than in third person, because in third person you're peeking and you're hiding behind cover basically 80% of the time, but in first person you need to be able to listen and understand where the other enemies are and be able to locate them just by sound alone, since now you can't be in cover and get all that information by just simply peeking while still in cover. I mean, that's the whole reason why newer players go towards third person, not just because it's set to default, but but because it is somewhat easier. Because when you're starting out, your ears are not used to locating the sound yet. You don't know where you're getting shot from. You don't know anything, right? So in third person, at least you can be hidden and then try to see where people are coming from, or but while still in cover. In first person, you don't get that luxury. If you're not peeking, if you're not risking getting hit, you are not going to get information. You're not going to know where the other enemies are. But of course, the other thing they have to keep in mind is that everyone else has to play exactly the same as you. So if they don't peek, they're not going to get information either. So that's the biggest thing. And in first person also is you can hard scope in first person way more than in third person. In third person, it's almost bad to hard scope, which it shouldn't be. Like, if I know he's going to come through that door or whatever, I should be able to hard scope, and as soon as he peeks, I should have the advantage and I should be able to kill him, because that's just realistic. That's how it should play out. Another thing in third person and first person, another very big difference is pre-firing. Alright, in third person you can pre-fire, but you don't really do it that often because you can see where the enemy's at even though you're in cover. So you can just fire exactly when you need to fire. In first person, you don't have that. You can't do that. You have to actually fire before you see the enemy and then lock onto the enemy and things like that. So it's just a different feel. It's a different play style in just every aspect. Same game, different feeling. First person for me feels way more competitive than third person. Third person almost feels like arcade game. Just because it's really doesn't take that much skill to kill people in third person. I'm sorry if someone gets offended, but I started out as a noob, and killing people in third person, obviously you need to practice your aim and controlling recoil and stuff, but for pure skill, you don't need that much to kill someone in third person. Tactical in third person, then actually have skill, because it's all about positioning. And first person, it's more about skill, and it is about positioning as well, getting, you know, having cover and different things like that. But it is very highly reliant on skill, on how good you can aim, how fast you can aim, how, you know, good you can hear and locate enemies, and things like that. Now, of course, first person, the only bad thing about it is that it does highly favor people that have good internet. It favors people that have good computers, you know, good headset, a good setup in general. You know, they're usually going to win those fights. Not always, of course. You can always get the advantage, you know, by surprising them or something like that. But usually in first person, you know, the guy with better setup or with faster reaction time is probably going to win those fights, because the game is fair, right? Supposedly the game is supposed to be fair in first person. If you can't see me, I can't see him, and so on. The problem is when latency comes into play and you peek and he can see you before you can see him, which is stupid. It's something that PUBG needs to fix. But other than that, you know, if you can play, you know, with under 100 ping, then you'll be good. So, you know, everything said and done, I love both of them. I love third person, I love first person. But my preference right now is first person, just because of that competitive feel. And yeah, I mean, it's just a opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Write down in the comment section down below, what do you guys like playing? Do you guys prefer third person or first person? I really want to know. But thanks for watching, guys. Get out there and get your snipe on.